Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Cold Steel. We are still in the engineering building and the reason for that will become clear very soon. But what I did do is that I opened up a few of our Orbment slots of the characters we have access to right now, which is Rean, Elliot and Gaius. And of course I bought a few quartz to put in those newly opened slots, so everyone got an attack up. You know what, instead of telling you guys, I will just show you, it's that much easier. As you can see, I opened up 3, because you started with 1, put it in speed, had the potion, and an analysis, which I wonder if it's an analysis that is automatically working, or if we need to use a craft in order to show us. One of the reasons why I got it, because I want to know, and if you want to know something, just try it. With him, defense 1 and attack 1. Neither shot was already there. And yes, that was the other one I was still contemplating about as I was prepping for today's episode. I bought the scepter, which grants us like a 30% chance of getting sepit from attacks and crafts, which I think is extremely nice, and I think this will be more beneficial early on from what I can see here, because I do think we're going to learn more arts and 2 more abilities as we level up this Master Quartz, and I do wonder what we're going to get for that. So I was wondering, who are we going to give it to? I think the Force one for CP is, I think, really powerful, getting faster and closer to getting that 100 or 200 CP to do your killer moves. But when I'm grinding, I wouldn't mind having a Master Quartz that has the potential of giving us more mirror. And then I was thinking, who would get the most use out of it? And I think statistically it will be Elliot, but I think Gaius with his moveset can probably hit more enemies with it. So I think I'm gonna give it to him, and we're just gonna try. We're gonna level it up to level 2, see what we get for it. Do we get ours? Do we get an ability? Do we only get 1 or 2? Because I have no idea how many levels there is in a Master Quartz. I assume it's gonna be a lot in order to get everything to open up. But there's only one way to learn, and that is by just doing it. So let's equip this and see how well it works once we get in the old school building, where I think we're gonna be fighting at least a few of the monsters there. Alright, I think it's for us, it's time to get out of here and show you what stopped me. Ah, phew, that was a lot of work. I'm exhausted. It feels good though, kind of fulfilling. But now that I think about it, George might have made that request specifically for my sake. I feel like I know a lot more about Trista and the Academy now that I'm done. Ah, it's the lady in a tight leather outfit. Who's that? If she's hanging around here, she must be a member of the engineering club, right? That big thing next to her wasn't here before either. What could it be? Well, it doesn't matter now. I've got another request to finish. Oh, it does matter. A nice lady with a leather outfit. That does seem to be more into girls than guys. We definitely need to talk to her. Learn a bit more. That does about it. Now all I've got to do is report back to George. So she does know George after all. The wind felt fantastic today. I wonder what it is. It looks a bit like a bike, doesn't it? And let's be honest, if there are cars, there could be bikes. The idea of having a bike in this universe. Can we ride one ourselves later? Like, will that be our mode of transport between the cities? I wouldn't mind that. Alright, so we got the engineering done. We got a nice orbital radio from it. So there's only one thing left for us to do. And that is to go to Principal Vandyck and see what we can do with the school building, which I hope we are allowed to go back in, cause I wanna fight something. Still 0, alright. Because I'm still wondering when will the fish be recharged, because I think since it's limited, like only 5 per time, I want to know when the fish comes back, so I can get the most points out of it, because I'm assuming that once we get our higher rank, we get more goods in our reward pile as well. And the ones we got so far are actually really great, so I wouldn't mind having a little bit more diversity there. Of course the same quality. Alright, where are you, Vandyck? Which one was it? This one. Oh, excuse me, Principal. I'm Rean Schwarzer of Class 7. Ah, good, good. I've been waiting for you. He looks even bigger up close than he did at the entrance ceremony. He must be what, 2 arch tall? Ah, Toad tells me you've accepted my request. I truly appreciate you taking the time of your free day to assist me in this. Oh, it's no problem at all, sir. So, you're looking for someone to further investigate the underground area of the Old Schoolhouse? Ah, precisely. And I couldn't have found a better man for the job, considering your class was down there so recently. Incidentally, it was Sarah who insisted on making use of that trapdoor, not me. I probably would have tried to stop her, however, please do accept my apologies. Yeah, I have to say, it was a big surprise having that trapdoor, but like I said, we had some fortunate consequence from that. And I'll leave it at that. Oh no, not at all, sir. You have no reason to apologize. I kind of already figured she was behind it anyway. I mean, stand to reason. Getting back to the matter at hand, there are a number of interesting stories regarding that old schoolhouse. That gargoyle you fought is just a drop in the bucket, all told. Now that you mention it, I did get the distinct impression while fighting it that it was no ordinary monster. It was almost as if it... Indeed. Almost as if it weren't a monster at all, but a demon? Perhaps the word fiend might fit. In our experience, if left alone, it will always regenerate to its original statue form eventually. Really? Yes, and as a result, the area has long been used by students in tests of strength. But in the past year, many strange alterations have begun occurring there. I receive reports ranging from doors appearing out of nowhere to strange and eerie voices from the darkness. I see. So you'd like me to go and investigate whether there's any truth to these reports then? If possible, yes. Specifically, I would like you to walk through the underground area and check for any significant changes since last month. A task for which you are uniquely qualified given your prior experience down there. Well, I suppose that is true, and I'd be happy to undertake this mission. Though, if that gargoyle has regenerated, things could get a little tricky. If that turns out to be the case, I would have no objections to you turning back. I should also stress that I'm making this request to Class 7 as a whole. By all means, do ask your classmates for assistance. I'm certainly not expecting you to go at it alone. Oh, well, understood. I'll do just that. Splendid. I believe you'll be needing this then. Receive the Old Schoolhouse key. It is the key to the front door of the Old Schoolhouse. Best of luck to you, and please, be safe. Thank you, sir. Does this mean that from now on I can go into the Old Schoolhouse whenever I want? Well, assuming that I am free to move around over the school premises? Because technically, I would really like that. That means that in between episodes when we are walking around, I could just go into the Old Schoolhouse building, grind a little bit, get some extra mirror, and out of there before we start once again. I like the idea of that. Alright, let's get to the old school building then. It's not too far, and considering the idea that things change down there. Very intriguing. Does it mean that there might be additional rooms to the ones we saw when we first were down there? Intriguing. Very, very much. Alright, can we just go in there, or do we need to pick up Elliot and Gaius? The front doors are locked. I'm not sensing that mysterious presence anymore. It seems to have dissipated or something. Maybe it was just my imagination after all. Once I start exploring this old schoolhouse, I get the feeling I won't have any time left to do anything else today. So, before I go in, I should check and make sure I've taken care of everything else on my to-do list. After you finish exploring the old schoolhouse, the time of day will advance to evening. As a result, all daytime bonding events and quests will expire. Can we check? Should be in our notebook, right? Just to make sure. Yeah, those two are completed. Do we need to report them? No, we did report them, right? Yeah, status completed, okay. So it goes from reported to completed and all that kind of stuff. Alright, good, good, good. I think we're ready to get in there. And if not, we call that a learning moment. The front doors are locked. There we go. I wonder if anyone else might be interested in exploring this place with me. I could try calling them. You can use your Arcus to call other members of Class 7 for assistance in investigating the old schoolhouse. However, some characters will only be available to help after the story has progressed a bit farther. Yes, exactly as I already suspected. That only the characters that we could equip or change the orbments with are the ones we can get into the old schoolhouse. Yes. I can't believe we're coming back in here again. I really don't think this is a good idea. Well, that's because it probably isn't. And neither of us would blame you one bit if you turn back, but it's not too late. No, thanks. I'll come with you. I've got a practical exam next week after all. I need to familiarize myself with this orbital stuff as much as possible before then. Besides, if I turn back, I just wind up worrying myself sick about the two of you. Well, that is very kind, thank you. There are only 3 of us though, so we'll each need to watch the others back and proceed with caution. The underground area should be through the main door, correct? Yeah, that should take us right to the room where we fought that stone gargoyle. Best to go that way rather than falling through the trapdoor again. No arguments there. I really hope that thing hasn't regenerated yet. Alright, let's check this room first before we head down to where the gargoyle is. I'm sure it hasn't come back yet, right? Because I was really hoping to explore this dungeon a bit more. Maybe learn something more of their secrets. See new avenues, new items, new enemies. Whoa. Well, at least the monsters isn't here anymore from the looks of it. And it doesn't look like we've got any more creepy statues ready to come to life either. Wait. Did it always look like this in here? I was wondering the same thing, cause I didn't think their resting point was in this room, and the balcony where the gargoyle was isn't here either. I think it looks a little bit different. No, this room definitely smaller than it was the last time we were here. How? I'd say it's about half the size, maybe even less. And there are things present that weren't here before. Oh, like that door? I don't remember there being a door there last time. True, I think it was a corridor. I don't remember there being one either, but at this point I'm not sure what to believe anymore. Strange enough as it may be, we should go and get a closer look at it. This is essentially where we came, after all. Right. Intriguing. An ever-shifting dungeon. Would that be what it is? Could this be like an old cave situation that it's a dungeon that every time we go in here it looks different and we have to try to go as deep as we can? I wouldn't mind that, because that would be a very wonderful way to accumulate some experience and items. Right, with our new max of EP, we can definitely use a rest. Yeah, and it does seem that the enhancing by opening slots of Orbment does increase our EP, but if I'm honest, I don't see a big difference between all the characters. So that means that everyone is roughly average, or it's not as important as it was in the other game, because you can practically build your character up any which way you want. Because I can see that Elliot has a higher EP than Gaius, but with having a couple of slots already open, you'd think the difference between the two would be a lot more. At least I would. Old Schoolhouse, the first floor. Oh yeah, this definitely looks different. Unbelievable. It isn't even the same place. I don't remember passing through an area like this at all. I don't either, because we didn't. The entire layout down here has changed completely. How? I can sense new type of monsters here too. What do you think we should do, Rean? The principal sent us down here to investigate these mysterious changes, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Now that we've seen just how major these changes are, there's no way we can go back empty-handed. We should head as far as we can. Here we go again. May the goddess be with us. Alright, let's do this. Alright, and what's this? What could this be? Well, it doesn't look like an Orbment charging station. Yeah, it's some kind of device for sure, but whatever it is, it doesn't seem to have any power right now. No, it definitely doesn't. Alright, let's just... Okay, that definitely looks a bit different. A slug-like monster. This one could prove a little awkward to fight. Not if we make use of our combat links. Oh yeah, we shouldn't have any trouble against a monster like this if we work together. Shall we put our link abilities to the test then? Absolutely. Let's show this thing what we're made of. Combat links. Combat links are a phenomenon which connects Arcus users to each other by sharing sensory input and mental impulses with one another. Linked characters can fight together even more effectively. Fighting battles fuel bonding events increase link experience, and when enough link experience is earned, that character's link level will increase. A higher level link between two characters will increase the variety of link abilities they can use. Ooh, finishing blows. Wouldn't mind that. You can change combat link settings using the tactics button in the camp menu. Combat links can be assigned through the tactics section of the camp menu. Okay, let's definitely do that. And I was thinking... okay, so... Oh, set link, okay. Of linking these two together. And my reasoning for that is plain and simple. Gaius has the master quartz that with any craft or art we get extra sepit. And we know that one of the things with his linking abilities is that if we had a certain hit of critical, the other person attacks once again. Maybe if we do that, we also have a chance for extra Sepith that way as well. So that's the reason I want to do this. And of course, in the end, we want to level the linking up with everyone. So we will switch this up the further in the game we go, of course. Alright, can we fight this? Once we lure it to the edge of where it walks. Camera, can you work with me? Thank you.
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
That's the only thing I haven't got a full handle on. That's the camera controls, but give me some time. Because only in like tight corridors is where it is a problem. In open areas, it doesn't really matter that much. Link attacks. Performing attacks with certain crafts gives characters a chance to unbalance enemies. Successfully unbalancing one enemy allows you to perform a follow-up attack while they are off balance. Press A when link attack appears. The likelihood of unbalancing an enemy depends on the enemy's unbalanced efficacy and the type of weapons used to attack. This is what we were already theorizing before, that the type of weapon indicates how easier it is to trigger at least something. I thought it was gonna be when we hit it on the field, if it would be a triple, double or single advantage, but apparently it is for this, for linking and unbalancing. Good.
Go.
Alright, so we just take it seriously for now by
Right, let's do this.
raising our stats.
Right. Give it up, everyone.
Defense and region, and then kicking the crap out of everyone.
We're open.
I'll get you up.
Because we have also learned that for enemies that are more attuned to getting hit by arts, they could also get hit by certain crafts. Not all of them, sadly. But is this a normal enemy or is this... No, it's a normal enemy. I thought it might have been one of those arch enemies like the slug we had to fought earlier in the previous attempt of the schoolhouse.
It's my turn. Now.
I'll get you up.
I wonder if we manage to get some extra Sepith from a craft or an art. How do we see it? Will it be just like in Trails in the Sky that we see like Sepith drop off the enemy, or will there be an extra stat after the fight?
Here we go.
Just out of sheer curiosity, of course. Like this, here. Will we see that once we hit an enemy normally with Gaius? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's just to pay attention.
Oh, we did it.
Well, that sure seemed to do the trick. Yes, we fought well. If we can master these combat links, I'm sure they'll prove really useful in the battles ahead. We should probably try to practice as much as possible while the stakes are low, and get as used to them as we can. Yeah. Indeed. You can now access the link section of the camp menu. About combat links. Combat links are a new feature likely to be of vital importance in the battle ahead. By strengthening party members' bonds with one another, they can use powerful links abilities together as finishing blow and cover. Stronger link attacks will become available as the story progresses. Forming combat links between party members has no disadvantages, so it's recommended to keep an active link at all times. About damage type and unbalancing. Link attacks only occur when an enemy is unbalanced, the success rate of which is determined by the weapon used to deal damage. Mollusk monsters are more easily unbalanced by Rean's slash attacks, while crustaceans monsters are weak against Gaius' thrust. Other types include Pierce, effective against flying enemies, and Strike, against rock types. Elliot Orbalstaff deals any type of damage at once, but his chances of successfully unbalancing an enemy are low as a result. About criticals and unbalancing. Attacks taken on a turn with a critical bonus have a 100% chance of unbalancing an enemy, regardless of the damage type being dealt. In this case, assisting attacks also deal critical, 1.5 damage. Okay, so if he's saying that Elliot has a lower chance to unbalance an enemy and therefore creating a link, wouldn't it not then be better to link Gaius with Rean? Because the reason I put it on Elliot is because Elliot's attack has like 3 balls and has the chance of hitting the enemies around the affected area. So I thought maybe in that way, if we get an extra attack, we hit multiple enemies at once, doing more damage and gaining more from it.
Right.
But if the case is that it gets less chance of working if we link him together, then there is less benefit for it, isn't it? Huh. Well, the thing I have in my head is I want the link between both characters to be at least level 2 to get that next one, like a cover or finishing blow. So let's first level Elliot and Gaius up to level 2 and then switch up the linking between Rean and Gaius and get those leveled up as well. Alright, let's search a little bit more, but how's the looking? That's a dead end. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a few screens before we reach a certain end. And hope that we also find like this chests and items in pots. Sepith 100 everywhere. Well, can't get enough of that. Ooh. Is that a pom? Is that a sheep?
Now's our chance. Let's get him. Here we go.
That's a pom. Ooh. Is it gonna be just like the other one that does give a hell of a lot of experience but are very hard to hit?
My turn.
Yeah, I'm still gonna use the normal tactics. Defense and attack up and then go straight for the jugular. No, I don't think these are the same type of palms. Just by the sheer fact that we instantly hit them. Normally we wouldn't do that. They would just avoid as much as they can.
Right.
Leave it to me.
Oh. Now let's pick these 3 then.
Now.
I'll take you up.
Damn, that one is really strong, isn't it? I wonder what that 33 is. Is that the CP destroyer or something? Maybe. Oh, it definitely has some kind of CP devouring going on.
My turn. Okay, it's safe for now.
Alright, not bad. Courier bomb in chest. Too bad we can't read the text in chest here in this game. I really like that part of Trails in the Sky. Who knows? Maybe later on in the game or somewhere we get like 1 or 2 messages in chest just as a friendly reminder of what they did in the past, like an Easter egg or some kind. I'm just so anxious to see what's on the other side of every corner. Is there gonna be an enemy or not? Is it gonna be a trap? Are we gonna find treasure? Ooh. That looks like a very beefy enemy.
Now's our chance. Let's get him. Here we go. All right, let's do this. Leave it to me.
Right.
Alright, same tactics, but we're gonna do a little bit more physical attacks.
All right.
Even though Gaius' CP has not gone down a lot, I have to say.
My turn.
And of course, since this is supposed to be a little bit harder than normal, I think I am allowed to focus a little bit more on the crafts and the status attacks, isn't it? Perfect.
Leave it to me. There. Too slow.
Too slow.
Go.
Right.
Always go after the weaker ones.
Now.
Not too bad, Elliot.
It's my turn.
After how negative they were about the orbital staff,
We're unbeatable.
I didn't expect to see it. Alright, it does look like the Master Quartz of Force and Cannon are actually really close to leveling up. That would be a very good lesson to see what happens when the Master Quartz get higher. Like what other benefits we get from it. Will the stats be stronger? Will we gain another ability? Is it both? I hope it's both.
Now's our chance. Let's get him. Go. All right, let's do this. Leave it to me.
Right. Give it up, everyone.
Leave it to me.
Yeah. I think the bombs are a greater threat to me. Because they do quite a decent amount of damage. And
There.
they have a chance to lower my CP, and I definitely don't want that.
Too slow.
As long as they're missing, you won't hear me complaining.
Right.
At least not yet. Oh, I'm just too far away.
Leave it to me.
Okay.
There. You're mine. My turn.
Done, guys. Get another one down. Yeah, and I'm trying to focus my attention on the enemies that can, one, move, and two, are almost dead. Just removing their position on the bar totally, or not having them the advantage of actually doing something. Because that seal,
My turn.
very powerful moveset, especially so early on.
It's my turn. Together, we're unbeatable.
It does seem that it's a lot of sepith or usable items we're finding in the pots. Which is more than good for me. Can you come down the stairs?
The wind's behind us.
Ooh.
Let's go. My
A
turn.
little bit too close, but I'll allow it.
There. Leave it to me.
Nah, it's too far away from each other.
Right.
Here we go.
Ooh, an instant defense down move on their attacks.
Right.
Okay, so maybe focusing on the ones that can
Leave it to
actually
me.
do something.
There. Now.
I'll take you up.
Here we go.
It does seem that using skills will be the preferable way of fighting, because
Leave it
the
to me.
damage we're doing is so little.
They're open.
I'll take you up.
My turn.
Right.
It's my turn. They're open.
I'll take you up. We had a good rhythm going there.
And we didn't miss a beat.
Nice little pun there from Gaius. Didn't miss a beat, like as in music, percussion instruments. think that's the way forward. So we got one enemy there in a chest. Perfect. Ah, and it's just a stone ball. We can take that.
Now's our chance. Let's get him. My turn.
Alright, there's a lot of enemies, so let's
do this.
do what we can to make it a little bit faster.
My turn. Give it up, everyone.
And since we increased our CP to 200, everybody can go full out, especially Gaius. Yes, I want to see.
Open.
I'll take you up.
I was hoping he'd pick. Oh, that one's already dead. What I was gonna say, I was hoping he would go after the one that's weak to the old ball staff.
There.
Right.
It's my turn. They're open.
I'll take you up.
Go.
I was so hoping that that one enemy would have killed itself off. You know what? Just pause.
All right.
Because I see a Sepit plus on Gaius. I want to have some extra benefit from that.
I go where the wind takes me.
Because it might be a little increase now because it's just the beginning of the game, but every little bit helps.
There seems to be a treasure chest here.
White glasses in chest. Alright, thank you. I think that is just a accessory with a status prevention on it and not any stats itself.
Yay, we're at the end.
Really? That's a very short dungeon. I was hoping a bit more. Because what I was planning is basically using this time before heading to the end of it to use it to grind a little bit. I thought it was going to be at least 2 screens long. What's this strange light? I'm sensing considerable power from it. It has a different feel compared to the Orbment station you've seen up until now. In addition to restoring the party's HP and EP, this charging station also allows you to exchange Sepit for quartz. Ah, okay, I didn't expect that, that's why I clicked so fast through the first text. Accidentally. Customize weapon. Yeah, this is the only thing I couldn't do. And I did totally forget to get to the Union building and buy these 3 weapons from the store. But we can use the one that we have equipped, upgrade it and rebuy it once we get back to the academy. Can we just upgrade it without unequipping it? Yes, we can. Because it would instantly make our character stronger. I assuming it will not make it weaker. Modify exchange, so we can open up more Orbment slots if we want to, and we can buy quartz, which were the same that we had at the engineering building. Yeah, and the reason why I want to be holding it a little bit steady is because I don't know if we're gonna get new members soon, because the class is bigger, and I want to see if we can open up the Orbment slots quite evenly over all members of the class. Not that we have one that's already maxed out from the very first chapter, but that they all will be open as soon as possible. Because more slots mean more customizability with our abilities and stats, so that would be very beneficial. One of the reasons why I want to grind a little bit more in the beginning of the game rather than towards the ending of it. Who are we kidding? I'll grind everywhere and anywhere. This is really good. Now what's this? Didn't we see something like this near the entrance? It does appear to be the same kind of device. And this one is inactive too, from the looks of it. Alright, so I'm pretty sure once we get through that door that I see there in the distance, we probably will find a way to activate this. And I do have a theory. I think this is probably a teleportation station or something. And that's why we had one at the beginning of the level. That way we can teleport from beginning to end whenever we want. so we don't have to redo the entirety of the schoolhouse. Assuming that it doesn't change again, because that is of course also a possibility. We haven't learned enough of the old school building yet. But this might be a bit of a shorter episode, but I still want to hold myself to the one thing I said I would do, and that is grind and prepare my characters for the exam we're gonna have after the free day, which we already heard about. Also the one thing Elliot was talking about at the beginning of our venture into the old schoolhouse. I want to make sure that at least these three, maybe also prep a little bit for anyone else that might need to fight there as well, that we control of course, and have the best opportunity to go through it without failing. Because yeah, even if it's hard, and I don't mind losing on hard and doing it again, if I can prevent it and just make it the first go, we'll definitely go with that. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So next time we're gonna go through that door, see what's on the other side, and I'm hoping and thinking maybe another gargoyle for us to defeat. But like I said, a little bit of a boss fight never hurt anyone. But that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure to be back next time as we see what's behind door number 1. See you then. Bye bye.